We're going to spend a couple of days at the Outback, New South Wales town of White Cliffs. White Cliffs is known for its opal mining, and opals were first found here in the 1880s. The current population is around 148. In the opal booms it reached around 4,000. We're around 93 k's north of Wilcannia and something like 255 k's northeast of Broken Hill. So we're going to have a look at some of the dugouts, houses dug into the side of hills, and we'll see what else is here at White Cliffs.
Is from White Cliffs Hotel.
We're on the main intersection of White Cliffs. Sunday afternoon. It's very quiet at the moment, not much happening at all.
It's very busy.
A bit fresh with the breeze, but otherwise it's a very interesting place, and we're going to have a look around tomorrow. I'm standing in front of the White Cliffs power station. Now, in the 1980s, they came up with this concept of using what I initially thought were satellite dishes, and these satellite dishes, they're not satellite dishes, they're producing power, and that was the White Cliffs power source in the 1980s to 1994. Now, how did that work? Well, I'm about to tell you. White Cliffs wasn't on grid power, so in 1981, the Australian National University established this experimental power station. 14 paraboloidal dish collectors with a diameter of 5 metres were established. Each one had 2,000 tiny mirrors directing the sun's rays to a central sensor, and to put it simply, they boiled water, created steam, which drove generators. As we've established, all towns, especially old towns, have a cemetery, and it's very sad because between 1892 and 1899 here at White Cliffs, due to typhoid, diphtheria and dysentery, in excess of 500 people died in a 7-year period, and most of those were children. Very sad. This is Tom's historical hut. It appears Tom was a bit of a collector. In fact, due to the remoteness and isolation of White Cliffs, I think everyone's a bit of a collector around here.
We're in the White Cliffs opal fields, or the old diggings, and as you can see behind me there's just little holes everywhere, and it looks like a lunar landscape, and when you look from above it's actually quite a fascinating shot.
So there's still a few camps around with people and machinery, and there's the remnants of the old shafts. This one here is probably an air vent going down into someone's shaft. People are a little cagey though. I asked someone if they're finding if much opal is being found, and no one says much about anything. They all keep it to themselves, and I suspect there's more people around than we can see. They're probably all down their burrows, burrowing for opals, or noodling on the surface. Apparently noodling is the term for wandering around looking for, I guess, alluvial opals. So Nat fancies a opal piece of jewellery, so some noodling is in order, I suspect. One of the explanations for the term noodling is a person who is not game to go down the hole looking for opals might poke around on the surface, so they're considered a bit of a limp noodle, hence noodling. To be honest, I think I'm a noodler. I wouldn't go down the hole because yeah.
So I'm noodling because when we were stopped for coffee in the Opal gallery and I wanted an opal, Doug said the only way I was going to get one is to noodle. So here I am, looking for my opal.
The weather at the moment is very pleasant. The sun is shining. It is very still, but it does get very cool overnight, and mornings temperatures have been around 2 and 3 degrees. But now it's lovely.